Right tankers, it's Mad and welcome back, and welcome to the first episode of the KV-2 diary. Yes, it was a while ago. Don't know if some of you can remember. When I finished the T29 diary and got my third gun mark on that tank, I selected a few tanks from my garage that I was thinking about doing next. And I gave you guys a choice of which one I should do. KV-2 won, and the 75 was close behind, so I'm actually doing both. But most of my time is going to be put towards doing the KV-2. And what a slow start I'm off to be honest. A while back I stole the crew to go up, I think it was the 263 line maybe, I can't remember anyway. So I've had to start with a 75% crew. When I filmed this video, I think the crew was about 90%. We're going to go in the garage afterwards for you newer players that have not played the game for so long to see my tank setup and have a quick talk about that. And for you guys that have been around the game for a long time, you can just quit watching the video then, give it a like if you did, and give it a dislike if you didn't. Anyway, so here we go. Watch this! Boom! Headshot. First penetrating high explosive round. So now what I'm doing is backing down the hill. If those guys were clever, they would know I had about 20 odd seconds to reload, and that is their ideal opportunity to start coming and pumping some rounds into me. So by backing down the hill, that would mean they have to expose themselves, although there's not many in my team that are actually in a position to help. So I do feel a little bit lonely here at the minute. Lonely, I'm so lonely. Oh, I'll stop that. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? Right, pushing back up the hill again. Oh, and his friend comes along. It's an M6, or is it T1? I'm going to sound really bad if it is actually a T1. No, it is an M6. Right, so I've actually got a friend come in. I can see some shots come in, backing down the hill, bouncing some rounds, and he comes in to give me a hand. Well, the M6 seems intent on firing at me though, and he pens a shot. He must have that 90mm. There we go, we finish off the most dangerous tank there. The VKD, he's still a top tier tank, but his rounds didn't seem to be doing anything, whereas that M6, he looked like he was fully upgraded with the 90mm. And he shaved off, whoa, nearly a third of my hit points in one round. But he's dead now, and I'm alive, so happy days. Right, advancing back up for some more shots. Here we go, get another bounce. Oh, and a Valentine. I'm getting outflanked by a Valentine. Oh my god. Right, I ignore him now. The M6 should have no dramas going after him. Whilst this is going on though, if you look at the complete other side of the map, our tanks are there. Shizzle, a jumbo. Right, so we go for the turret shot and it shaves us 2/3 of his health. Happy days, but I am stuck here now. I've burnt my repair kit already. And the crew get the tracks on, and here we go. Try and finish them off. Like I was saying, the other side of the map now, you can see there's several enemies advancing towards the cap. I've seen this, but I was trying to get this shot away before I run away. Nope, he's backing off. The only good thing, well, one of the best things about being up on top of this hill is when all your teammates ignore the cap, or they get killed and the enemies are flooding towards the cap. Even in a slow tank like the KV-2, you can build up some speed and whiz down this hill pretty quick. And I'm going to turn up just in time. Do you reckon that artillery's been looking at the map? Do you reckon he's about to get surprise butt sacked? Put it down to a vote. You got a few seconds left. So one of our guys who's nearly at the enemy's cap decides to click defend the cap. I find those people sort of very infuriating. Anyway. Right, so is he going to move? Telling him to fall back. There we go. He spotted one himself. There goes 2/3 of his hit points and he's dead. So bye bye artillery support, and I've got some fairly healthy tanks to hold off here now.
Enemies got us in their sights.
Oh, that was a shame. Could have done with getting at least the initial reset on the Churchill. And I decide to advance. I don't think this is a good idea. Right, there we go. There is the most dangerous tank they have with them, SU-100. I managed to bounce. There we go. Nice big hit into him. He's now one shot. are backing off now. There's 3 of them there. 3 on 1's not fair.
Target locked.
Another top tier French tank destroyer. Doesn't appear to be fully upgraded though. And we get another nice hit and break his gun. Right, so I'm just going to side scrape off this rock. Some of my team are slowly making their way back here. Just need to hold out long enough till they get here.
Fire on target.
Ouch. See, that's what I mean, that SU-100. That really hurt. That's well over half my hit points in one shot. But he makes a big mistake there. I don't know why he did that. There we go, I go down. One of our tanks has turned up though. Here he is. Top tier British Heavy is almost going to get killed by a tier 5 British Heavy. Come on, finish the job off. There you go. Come on, one more and game's won. Boom. See, there we go. Just by looking at the map, some Jedi mind tricks, looking at the map, we managed to defend the cap long enough there for our guys to turn up. And I'm pretty sure the other guys that were capping, I would have reset enough for them to cap anyway. There we go. High caliber mastery 1, 2,679 damage and 1,400 blocked. Not bad at all. Puts us top of the team. Right, so there we go fellas, I'm afraid that's my best effort in the last week or so with a 75% crew. You really don't realise how much the crews actually help until you haven't got one, so I'm hoping to get this crew trained up as quickly as I can to start putting in some decent games and getting some more damage done towards my barrel marks. Right, for you guys that are more experienced in the game, thank you very much, I'll catch you on the next one, and for you newer players, let's go into the garage and see my tank set up. Right tankers, so here's my stats for the first episode of the KV-2 diary. Right, you can see I've played a fair few games in this tank, but most of those were before barrel marks came out, so the actual damage I did in those games did not count towards the barrel marks. So where am I at the minute? 50.7% in the damage stand-ins, and it's not going up that quickly, to be honest. Like I said, my crew was a brand new crew, and I've just trained up a little bit of repairs so far. As soon as that's 100%, I'll be swapping it to 6th Sense and then training repairs again, and then we'll talk about more crew skills in a future episode. Right, equipment then, I've put on this tank rammer and ventilation, mainly to bring up the reload, which is horrendously long on this tank, but ventilation will also help with your view range, which is appalling. And I don't run coated optics because a gun lane drive with an aim time as bad as this tank. What is it? What is the aim time on this package? Let's have a look. 4 seconds. So 10% off 4 seconds is worth it in my opinion. Anyway, yeah, it's appalling accuracy and aim time. Anyway, on to supplies. You can see I carry quite a lot of high explosive, which is the most fun in this tank and is the way to get your one shots. But also I do carry a few premium AP rounds. They have slightly higher penetration than the standard AP rounds. The standard AP rounds can be quite ineffective even against lower tiered tanks, so I only carry a few of the higher penetration AP rounds, and I'm going to start experimenting with them a little bit more. I think that might be the way to guarantee one shots on lower tiered tanks that are slightly heavier armoured, where your HE might not pen. So I'm going to start experimenting with that, and I'll try and show you my results in the next episode. Right, consumables, standard consumables for me, except I've ditched off the fire extinguisher and gone for combat rations. Again, the reload on this tank is horrendous. Anything you can do to bring that up, it's totally worth it and totally worth the risk of getting set on fire in my opinion. And that's it fellas, I'm at 50%. I have no gun marks on the tank at the minute, but hopefully by the next episode I should have at least one. Well, there we go fellas, give the video a like if you did, sub if you're not, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.